Hi, Geroy. Thanks for doing this here. Um, do you feel the club accomplished what you guys had set out for yourselves ahead of free agency here?
Yeah, I think we had a great opportunity to get our make our team better, and I think we did that. I think we became more versatile, more explosive. Um, we got some guys who have had success in our league with Eugene Lewis, Stephen Dunbar, Swerve, and Kyron Moore. Josiah St. John can be a versatile asset as a guard and a tackle. Um, I think we got a lot better today, and I'm really excited about this team in the direction we're going.
Geroy, not that I expect you to confirm this or not, but you certainly can if you want. But it looks like, according to reports, this is the second free agency in a row here, year over year, that you guys have come up with the highest paid receiver or non-quarterback in the league in Eugene Lewis. Just how I guess important is that position? Maybe how much has that part of it changed since your playing days, even?
Well, we felt that Eugene gave us an opportunity to get a special playmaker in the room. He brings, like I said, he brings versatility. He brings playmaking ability. He's a great leader on and off the field, and that's what this team needs. We need someone to be the face of the franchise, and I think Eugene can do that.
Uh, just how will this receiving core, and obviously looking ahead to the spring here, but how it's just in your mind, will this receiving core compare to last year's? I mean, there's some big talent coming in, but also going out the door.
Well, I think this goes back to the early 2000s. It's very similar to the receiving cores of the early 2000s with Ed Hervey, Jason Tucker, and that group. Those guys were so good. Mookie Mitchell, they were so good. They were so versatile. And if we can protect the quarterback and give the quarterback a chance to get the ball to one of these guys, I think our guys are very capable of making big plays. We have like I said, we have an explosive group. We have a group that can do many different things. We have guys that can get downfield. We have running catch guys. We have possession guys. So there are guys that can do a lot of different things.
Thanks, Joey. Last thing for me, I got to ask you about a name. One of the more recognizable names wasn't even from today, but Vinny Testavarde's son is on the roster now. What can you tell me about Vincent?
Well, Vinny's a guy he's been trying out for different teams. We had him in BC. He came to one of the workouts and he impressed. And we feel that we need to bring competition in the room at every position, especially in the quarterback room. He threw the ball well. He's had success and obviously has a name. So we're going to give him an opportunity to come and compete.
Thanks, Geroy.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Justin.
Hey, Giro, I'm just curious, you being a former receiver, some of these receiver salaries getting up there into the 300,000s. How do you value that position? And a lot of talk out there now that it could be the second most valuable position in football next to quarterback. How do you guys view that in terms of what you've done at the receiver spot?
Well, I think the most important is quarterback, and then second and third after that are offensive and defensive line. But in the end, I believe that you have to put your money where your points are, and that's the quarterback, that's offensive line, and then receivers. And then obviously getting to the quarterback and stopping points is important. But I just believe that you have to have guys who can make plays, who can put the ball in the end zone, and and secure first downs and keep your offense on the field and keep the ball. So it's important to have a very good group of receivers. And like I said, this group should challenge some of those records that the former Edmonton Eskimos had back in the early 2000s with that group. So I feel this group is very strong. Now they got to put in a lot of work and they got to gel together, but I think they're the right players and the right personalities to do it, to make this team very successful.
What were the conversations like with Gino, and how did you ultimately get him to come to Edmonton over some of the other teams in the league?
Well, I won't give any away of my recruiting secrets, but just know that there was some great conversations had, especially around his talent and the type of person he is on and off the field and in the locker room. That we told him, like I said, we needed a guy who to be a face, and he fits that mold. He's a guy that other guys in the locker room would get behind and follow. And like I said, he's more than capable of doing that, and being showing leadership on and off the field.
And what do you believe this receiving group can do for a guy like Taylor Cornelius, who I know you guys have a high hopes for and high ability?
Well, I think this group is going to be a special one, and with Taylor, Taylor's never really had a true off season where he came into a season knowing he's the guy, and knowing that he has a full off season of training and confidence, and the organization is behind him, saying this is your team, you got to go lead it. So I think this group gives him confidence. This group, takes it takes some of the weight off him, because like I said, we have run and catch guys, so he doesn't have to throw the ball downfield 50 yards. We can be versatile. We can do all the long stuff that's really good for him, because he's got a strong arm, but we can also get the ball out quick and let those guys take some pressure off of him in the running game.
There's some of the Twitter trolls out there saying, well, how can the Elks afford to pay a receiver, $300,000 last year with Kenny Lawler, and then Gino Lewis over $300,000 this year? Like, they're going to go over the cap. But you guys have managed it well with your signing bonuses last year with some of the guys that you gave out. Can you explain that to maybe the trolls out there who don't understand?
Well, the salary cap is what it is, and we spend to the cap. We can't go over, and in this business, you have to be very aggressive, and we're going to be aggressive. We're just going to stay under the cap. I don't really need to explain it to anybody, but we're going to spend to the cap and be aggressive doing so.
Thanks, Geroy.
Thank you.
Morley, go ahead.
I wanted to ask Geroy about Stephen Dunbar and his ability. Kind of a guy under the radar in Hamilton with Tim White getting all the receptions and a lot of the yards, but he still came up as at least a second target, a guy who could have 1,000 yards last year. What's his potential, especially in this receiving corps?
Well, Stephen's a guy that we targeted early in the process. We weren't sure if we were going to have the ability to get him, but in exploring through the window, talked to his agent and said that he'd be open to coming to us. He's a big, strong, physical guy that can be versatile. He started his career outside, and then he's slowly been moved inside. So he shows versatility even as a bigger receiver, to be able to get in out of breaks, make tough catches, contested catches, and catch the ball downfield. So I think Steven's going to be a guy that can be very versatile for us, and I think this whole group is going to be very versatile. They'll have the ability to move around at different spots. They won't be stagnant, and it'll give us an advantage over defenses.
And can you tell me about last week and how it went, and how you like that process of being able to talk to guys a week out and kind of lay your game plan down and have that opportunity to kind of recruit a little bit?
Well, I like the process. I mean, it is a little bit long, but I like it because it gives me a chance to recruit, and Chris a chance to recruit. I think it gives us a chance to get to know these guys before you bring them into the building, and I think that's something that we value. Getting a chance to talk to guys and get an understanding of their personalities and what they want to accomplish as players and people outside of football. So I like the process. And, you know, I think it works to our advantage.